watching 6 Stories at 6, the Sunday edition with me, Tanisha Avasthi. It's been a newsy Sunday and a lot has happened across the country. Let's first focus on the 6 top headlines. The Indian Air Force, ladies and gentlemen, has held the largest Northeast air exercise since Operation Sindoor. This was organized by the IAF as first ever full-scale air show in Guwahati to mark the 93rd anniversary. Meanwhile, there were also multiple exercise drills that are being held across the borders with Pakistan as well, and Republic has now accessed exclusive videos of that. In Gujarat, ladies and gentlemen, an ISIS module was busted. The ATS revealed that there were attacks that were planned by the suspect. Full inside story of that as well. Also on the show are the big rallies in the final leg of campaigning for Bihar. 48 hours left for the second phase and the NDA is going all out. In Karnataka, what was called the most secure jail has now turned into a party place for the most dreaded criminals. The videos that was broken by Republic Kannada has now forced the government action. And finally, RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat has given a call for Hindu nation, and his remarks have not gone down well with the opposition, sparking a huge political storm. We're tracking that 6 stories, and before we head to the first story, let's get you some breaking news that's coming on the broadcast. We learned that Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has distanced himself from the proposed amendment seeking immunity for the Prime Minister, stating it was part of the cabinet approved draft. And in a tweet, he instructed the proposal to be withdrawn, emphasizing that an elected Prime Minister must remain accountable to the law and the people. Shehbaz Sharif's statement, remember, ladies and gentlemen, has come after some senators from his party submitted the amendment which had sparked a huge controversy. And starting this edition with the first story. A breathtaking display of strength, precision and patriotism lit up the skies today as the Indian Air Force showcased its aerial might in a stunning air show marking the 93rd anniversary. The Eastern Air Command of the Indian Air Force organized the first ever full-scale air show in Guwahati today to mark the 93rd anniversary celebrations. The IAF displayed over 75 planes and helicopters in more than 25 formations above the Brahmaputra River in Guwahati. Now, this year's Air Force Day celebrations revolve around the theme infallible, impervious and precise, symbolizing the IAF's focus on operational capability, resilience and precision. Here's what the skies of Guwahati saw today.
In a fighter in reverse. Perfection.
The roar of engines echoed across the skies as the Indian Air Force painted the horizon with its trademark precision and power. The glorious display of aerobatic stunts filled Guwahati's Lachit Ghat with thunderous applause. Republic has accessed raw footage of the formations that took part in today's fly past in Guwahati.
Offering a formal greeting to you all, indicating that we are
Spectators watched in awe as Indian Air Force pilots performed breathtaking maneuvers in their first ever full-scale air show in the northeastern region over the banks of mighty Brahmaputra. As it was the first time an Air Force Day celebration was held in that region, Air Chief Marshal A.P. Singh expressed his delightment.
No, it's been a real honor to have this air show in this part of the country. We have been trying to come to the northeast for quite some time, 2-3 years we tried. So just for this, we even changed the time from October to November so that we could have this show here. And I'm really amazed at the kind of response that we've got. Full support from the administration and the way people have come today. Of course, we'll come to know the count tomorrow when people administration tells us how many people. But it was such a great show that everybody supported. Thank you all for supporting us.
The air show also paid homage to Assam's beloved singer Zubeen Garg, featuring his popular song Maya Bini Ratir Bokun. Carrying the theme of infallible, impervious and precise, this year's air show displayed over 75 aircraft and helicopters in more than 25 formations, reflecting Indian Air Force's focus on operational excellence, resilience, and safeguarding India's airspace.
Congratulations to all Indian citizens and especially to all the air warriors on a very, very successful completion of the flying display on the eve of 93rd anniversary of the Indian Air Force. And we had chosen Northeast as the region because we have a very large representation of people from this region, and it's a gesture on part of Indian Air Force to connect with the people of Northeast. And for Northeast, Guwahati is the gateway. और इसीलिए हम सब ने मिलके ये जो निर्णय लिया कि गुवाहाटी में हमें वायुसेना का प्रदर्शन करना चाहिए, और इससे हमारा कनेक्शन भी बनेगा ईस्ट के लिए, और हम चाहते हैं कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा बच्चे, लड़के लड़कियां, कॉलेज स्टूडेंट्स भारतीय वायुसेना में सम्मिलित हों और हमारी जो बहुत ही बढ़िया सर्विस है उसका भाग बने.
Showcasing India's might, the air show lineup included aircraft like Rafale, Sukhoi, Apache, MiG, Mirage and many more. From school children to veterans, thousands gathered to witness the glory, a celebration of not just the air power, but of national pride.
And while we're talking about India's military power and India's air power, remember, India's defense forces are in top gear. From the western deserts to the southern seas, the Army, Navy and Air Force are conducting simultaneous mega drills to test joint combat readiness. From Exercise Trishul in the Arabian Sea to Mitra Shakti with Sri Lanka, the message is clear. India's armed forces are ready for any challenge across the terrain. Take a look.
From north to south, west to east, India is securing all corners of its borders with multiple exercises underway. The Tri-Services Exercise Trishul is in full swing in the country's western sector and the Arabian Sea. The drills are set to culminate next week with large-scale amphibious drills off the Saurashtra coast. The Western Command has released a video showing flawless bridging during a high-tempo river crossing exercise. This further busted the myth that water is an obstacle to shield the enemy from the wrath of the Indian Army. Amidst this, the Indian Army is set to participate in the 11th edition of the annual Indo-Sri Lanka exercise Mitra Shakti with the Sri Lankan Army. This exercise is set to take place at Foreign Training Note, Belgavi from 10th to 23rd November 2025. Exercise Mitra Shakti 2025 aims to enhance the operational synergy between the two armies in conducting joint operations across urban and semi-urban terrain. The exercises across India involves tens of thousands of soldiers, fighter jets, warships, submarines, tanks, artillery guns, and several other weapons and systems. These exercises show the military's operational readiness and strong synergy among the three services and other organizations.
And while India is cornering Pakistan from all sides at the border, remember, Pakistan has not stayed back in perpetrating its nefarious plots. In Gujarat, the anti-terrorism squad has arrested 3 terrorists linked with the ISIS module from Ahmedabad for conspiring to carry out terrorist attacks across the country. Now, according to Gujarat ATS, the arrested individuals had been on its radar for the past 1 year and were arrested while they were in the process of supplying and exchanging weapons. There are massive revelations that have come to fore about what was the plot, what was the plan, and what was the modus operandi.
The Gujarat Anti-Terrorism Squad ATS on Sunday arrested 3 suspects from Ahmedabad while supplying weapons for allegedly conspiring to plan terror attacks across the country. Following the arrest, a press conference was held regarding the attack, which revealed major details. During the search, 2 Glock pistols, 1 Beretta pistol, 30 live cartridges and 4 liters of castor oil, 2 mobile phones and 2 laptops were seized from them.
इन वेपन की डिलीवरी के बारे में जब पूछा गया तो ये कलोल के आसपास से इसको एक लोकेशन पे ये डेड ड्रॉप की तरह ये वेपन मिला था। इसके फ़ोन को और डिटेल से देखा गया तो इसके अंदर एक सस्पेक्ट नंबर भी मिला जो कि इस कंडीशन में इसको उससे कांटेक्ट करना था कि अगर वो ये डेड ड्रॉप नहीं ले पाता है तो इस नंबर को जब चेक किया गया तो ये नंबर यूपी से मूल इसका एसडीआर होना पाया गया और इसका मूवमेंट गुजरात में होना पाया गया।
All the terror suspects are reportedly from 2 different ISIS modules. According to the information by the Gujarat ATS, one of the terror suspects, Saeed, was from Hyderabad, had MBBS degree from China.
सैयद जो है वो बेसिकली लगभग 35-36 साल की उम्र का एक व्यक्ति है जिसने चाइना से MBBS किया है। ये काफ़ी पढ़ा लिखा है, काफ़ी रेडिकल मेंटलिटी है इसकी। ये भारत में मोटे प्रमाण में मतलब बड़ी लोगों को नुकसान पहुंचा पाए इस तरह की आतंकवादी घटना को अंजाम देना चाहता था।
Gujarat ATS also revealed that Saeed from Hyderabad, an MBBS graduate, was leading the weapon collection and had been assigned a spot near Gandhinagar to gather the arms. The 3 ISIS terror suspects were supposed to exchange 3 weapons and 30 cartons. During the interrogation, it was understood very clearly that these terrorists were highly radical in nature, as during the probe it was found that Saeed had created a highly fatal poison far deadlier than cyanide. Their terror plan was not limited to small areas, but they did recce of various areas in the last 1 year, including Delhi, Ahmedabad and Lucknow. After searching their phones, ATS found that suspects avoided traditional calls, replying on apps, and they also signaled some potential international links. As the investigation continues, Saeed's remand has been extended till the 17th November, while the other 2 suspects are set to be presented in court today.
From Gujarat, let's now tell you what's happening in the state of Bihar. As the countdown begins for phase 2 of the Bihar elections, political temperatures are soaring high. From Amit Shah to Rajnath Singh to even Yogi Adityanath and the other top BJP leaders are holding multiple rallies across the state, taking a sharp dig at the opposition and pitching development as their key agenda. Let's take a glimpse of what were the highlights of the last leg of campaigning today.
With just 2 days to go for phase 2 of Bihar elections, campaigning is at its peak. Today, top leaders including Amit Shah, Yogi Adityanath and Rajnath Singh addressed multiple rallies across the state, hitting out at opposition and highlighting the key issues. Speaking from Sasaram, Amit Shah again hit out at the opposition over infiltrators and vowed to make Bihar a state of growth and opportunity.
आपने मोदी जी को बार बार वोट दिया, आपने नीतीश बाबू को बार बार वोट दिया है और बिहार में ढेर सारा परिवर्तन आया है। अगले 5 साल में हम पूरे बिहार को एक विकसित राज्य बनाने का काम करेंगे, एक विकसित राज्य बनाने का काम।
Meanwhile, at a public rally in Gaya, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh hailed the development of Bihar under NDA rule and slammed RJD's Jungle Raj politics.
आपको यह फैसला करना है कि आने वाले वर्षों में बिहार को विकसित बिहार बनाना है या फिर से जंगल राज की ओर ले जाना है। यह फैसला यदि करना है तो आपको ही करना है मेरे बहनों भाई।
Addressing voters in Kaimur, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh hit out at the RJD, condemning its katta politics.
अब बहनों भाइयों, आरजेडी के लोग क्या कहेंगे? आइए ना हमारा बिहार में, कट्टा मार देंगे कपार में। बहनों भाई वो जमाना लग गया, किसी माँ की लाल की हैसियत नहीं है, कट्टा कपार में मार।
Continuing the series of campaign for NDA, Yogi Adityanath in Araria addressed voters and highlighted 8.5 years of BJP's double-engine government.
गुंडागर्दी चरम पर थी, हर तीसरे दिन दंगे होते थे, महीनों कर्फ्यू रहता था। लेकिन बहनों और भाइयों, पिछले 8.5 वर्ष से उत्तर प्रदेश में डबल इंजन की भाजपा की सरकार है, लेकिन न कर्फ्यू है न दंगा है, यूपी में सब अब चंगा है।
Speaking at a rally, UP CM Yogi Adityanath urged Bihar's youth, farmers and voters to use their votes to build a prosperous Bihar.
आज बिहार का नौजवान, बिहार का अन्नदाता किसान, बिहार का हर नागरिक खुशहाली की, सुशासन की सुदृढ़ नींव पर एक समृद्ध और विकसित बिहार बनाने के लिए आगे बढ़ना चाहता है।
Even as top leaders campaign across Bihar, Tej Pratap Yadav grabbed headlines claiming threats to his life.
मेरे ऊपर खतरा है ना, मेरा हत्या भी लोग करा देगा। अब है दुश्मन सब लगा हुआ है ना।
With campaigning reaching its final stretch, Bihar is witnessing fear exchanges from all sides. As phase 2 of polling nears, all eyes are now on November 14 to see which way the voters tilt and how the battle for Bihar unfolds.
Parpana Agrahara Central Jail in Karnataka's Bengaluru has hit headlines after videos surfaced purportedly showing inmates using mobile phones, watching television, raising allegations of security lapses and preferential treatment. Now, the inmates in the video in question showed alleged ISIS recruiter and serial rapist and killer, as well as several other jailed notorious criminals. What was once known as one of the most secure jails in Karnataka has now turned into a parting place for these criminals.
Men dancing, playing music, banging utensils, happy faces. This might look like any other gathering to you. Consuming alcohol, having good food. These scenes can baffle any ordinary man. However, these party-like scenes are not from any layman's get-together, but scenes from a Karnataka jail. These scandalous revelations were made by Republic Kannada from the Prapanna Agraha jail. Considered as a high-security prison that houses inmates that were accused of plotting terror attacks against India, this security failure has put the whole administration to shame. Clarifying on the matter, Chief Minister Siddaramaiah said that strict actions will be taken against the people involved.
ನಾಳೆ ಅವರು ಯಾರನ್ನ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಜಿ ಹಾಕಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ, ಅವರು ರಜಾ ಹೋಗಿದ್ರು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾಳೆ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಕರೆದಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಹೋಮ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಕರೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾರು ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ಕ್ರಮ ತಗೋತೀವಿ, ನಂಬರ್ 1. ನಂಬರ್ 2, ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದೆ ಈ ಥರ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದಾಗ ನೋಡ್ಕೋತೀವಿ.
Earlier, Republic Kannada also exposed how the inmates were seen handling mobile phones, interacting freely, recording videos, and possibly communicating with handlers outside. As the matter has come to light, State's Home Minister G. Parmeshwara has condemned the security lapse.
ಪದೇ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಯಾರು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊಣೆ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾರು ಸೂಪರ್ಡೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಯಾರು ಕೆಳಗಿನ ಲೆವೆಲಿನ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕ್ರಮ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು, ನನಗೆ ವರದಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಿನ್ನೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಬಟ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟಾಲರೇಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ನಾನ್ಸೆನ್ಸ್. ಎನಫ್ ಈಸ್ ಎನಫ್. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಇದು ತುಂಬ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು. ನಾವು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವು ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾಫ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ ಇರುವಂಥ ಸ್ಟಾಫ್ಸು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ? ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ಯೂಸ್. ಹಂಗಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಸ್ಟಾಫ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಟಿ ವಿ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡೋದು, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಕೊಡೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ನೇನೋ ಕೊಡೋದು, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಜೈಲ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ.
As the authorities play blame games among each other, the shortfall in the security is seen as a high-end risk. But the question of the hour remains that how could have such a breach in a round-the-clock security facility take place?
And the last story that we're tracking on this edition of 6 Stories at 6, RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat said that only Hindus are allowed in the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, that is the RSS. However, when Mohan Bhagwat made that statement, there were other things also that he said, where he asserted that Hindu is not a religion, but anyone who is a native of India is a Hindu. These comments have now sparked a huge political storm.
We are all sons of Bharat Mata. That is how Sangha works.
Addressing 100 years of Sangh journey, RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat defended organization's legal status, responding to Congress leader Priyank Kharge's comment.
The laws we have now in Swatantra Bharat, they do not make registration compulsory. The legal status is also given to unregistered body of individuals. So we are categorized as body of individuals, and we are a recognized organization.
RSS chief also stressed that organization's mission is to unite and strengthen Hindu society. He stated that there is actually no Hindu in Bharat. Bhagwat said all Muslims and Christians are descendants of the same ancestors.
No Brahmin is allowed in Sangha. No other caste is allowed in Sangha. No Muslim is allowed, no Christian is allowed, no Shaiva, no Shakta. Only Hindu is allowed. So people with different denominations, Muslims, Christians, of any denomination, they can come to Sangha. Keep your separateness out.
Responding to Mohan Bhagwat's remarks, Congress leader Priyank Kharge said while RSS may claim widespread acceptance, many sections of society have been left out of its ideology, and he questioned its approach to India's diverse religious and social groups.
Your speciality is welcome. But when you come inside Shaka, you come as son of Bharat Mata, member of this Hindu society. So Muslims come to Shaka, Christians come to Shaka, as all other castes from the routinely called Hindu society, they also come to Shaka.
Responding to a question on RSS flag and national flag, Bhagwat said that the organization has always respected and honored the Tiranga. Reacting to RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat's remarks on Bharat and Hindu culture, VHP spokesperson Vinod Bansal hit back at its claims about India's history.
कुछ लोग इस मिथ्या का दुष्प्रचार करते हैं बेसिकली कि भारत का निर्माण ही 1947 में हुआ. ऐसा नहीं है. भारत के जो जन्म है उसका किसी के पास कोई प्रमाण नहीं है. अनादिकाल से है ये भारत.
Mohan Bhagwat's lecture series marks the centenary of RSS, focused on organization's vision, legacy and its evolving role in shaping India's cultural and social identity.
And that's all that we could pack in this edition of 6 Stories at 6. Don't go anywhere. We will be back same time tomorrow as well with more agenda-setting news. Coming up right after a short break is Get Me Right with my colleague Abhishek.